Learn Japanese history in English. Chapter 2: The Formation of an Ancient Nation, the Yayoi Period, 3rd century BC to 3rd century AD. The introduction of rice farming and the beginning of settled life. Around the 3rd century BC, rice farming was introduced to Japan from China and Korea. This changed people's way of life from hunting and gathering to farming. Rice fields were made in lowlands and near rivers, mainly in western Japan. As rice farming developed, people started using iron tools for agriculture. This helped increase food production. With more food, people built storage houses to keep extra rice. This led to trade and exchanges between villages. The growth of villages and social classes. As rice farming spread, small villages grew bigger and became large communities. A famous example is the Yoshinogari site in Saga Prefecture. Villages like this had moats around them to protect against enemies. In the center, leaders' houses and storage buildings were built. Wealthy people who had a lot of rice became village leaders. They had warriors to protect them. Battles between villages happened often, and signs of war have been found in old ruins. This shows that people fought to gain more land and power. The use of metal tools and pottery. During the Yayoi period, people started using bronze and iron tools. Bronze was mainly used for rituals, and items like bronze swords and bells were made. Iron tools were used for farming and making weapons. This improved agriculture and daily life. Pottery also changed. Compared to Jomon pottery, Yayoi pottery was thinner and harder. It was reddish-brown and made cooking and food storage easier. The formation of small countries and trade with China and Korea. In the late Yayoi period, many villages came together to form small countries called kuni. One of the most powerful was Yamato Government. Its queen, Himiko, sent messengers to China in the 3rd century. This is recorded in the Chinese book Weiji, Records of the Wei Dynasty. Trade with China and Korea also increased. Japan received mirrors, silk cloth, and the Chinese writing system. These cultural exchanges helped Japan develop and move toward unification. The Kofun period, 3rd century AD, 6th century AD, the establishment of the Yamato Government. In the late 3rd century, strong leaders in the Kinki region started uniting different kuni. This was the beginning of the Yamato Government, which became the first central government of Japan. The Yamato rulers worked with powerful clans to expand their control. These clans formed groups called uji. Each uji had a leader who served the Yamato government. During this period, Japan slowly developed into a country with the emperor as its central leader. Giant tombs and symbols of power. The rulers of this time built large tombs called kofun to show their power. One of the largest is the Nintoku Emperor's tomb in Osaka, which is over 500 meters long. Around these tombs, clay figures called haniwa were placed. These figures were shaped like soldiers, horses, houses, and animals. They were believed to protect the dead rulers. Influence from China and Korea-Japan actively traded with China and Korea. The knowledge of iron-making, Chinese characters, and advanced government systems were introduced. In the 5th century, Japanese rulers known as the Five Kings of War sent messengers to China. These rulers tried to strengthen their diplomatic relations and gain recognition from the Chinese emperor. In the 6th century, Buddhism was introduced to Japan. However, some people accepted it, while others opposed it. In the end, the Soga clan, who supported Buddhism, won and Buddhism spread throughout Japan. The changes during the Yayoi and Kofun periods played a big role in forming Japan's first central government and early society.